Hey, hello, welcome to The Ring and All Other Sports. It's a brand new edition. We're doing a little flip the script tonight. My name is Sonny. I'm the host tonight, and with me tonight, a very special guest tonight. We've got, I'm sorry, how do you pronounce your name?
Jose
Feliciano. Yes, Leo Connors, the host.
What's up,
of
guys?
Ring and All Other Sports.
This ought to be fun.
But yes, we're going to have a good time tonight,
Yeah.
Leo. We've got a bunch of fan questions.
Yep.
I've got a couple of questions, but I honestly just thought we would sit and chat a little bit.
Let's do it.
Bring up some stuff. Go through the fan questions. We'll just chat.
You're running
see
the
how
show.
it goes. I am running the show. Dick, you hear that? I'm running the show.
That's
Dick.
right.
So I don't know if it says it under. No, it says guest host under me and TV host under him.
It was supposed to say former
supposed
host.
to say former host.
Come on, Dick.
This is a coup.
He was worried about people getting mad and stuff, and you know.
Who's going to get mad?
It says it under his single.
Oh, on the single shot. See, we jumped the gun. Sorry, Dick.
Sorry, Dick. You're right.
That's
I'm
like
wrong.
the fourth
There it
time
is.
Dick's chimed in.
Yeah.
In like the whole, in 165
I was going to say, I think a couple of times have been with me.
Yeah.
So, whatever. All right, so Leo.
Yeah.
We're going to start like we always start.
Okay.
How'd you get an interest in professional wrestling?
I was home alone, changed the channel, and I saw some Indian dude walking down like this. Like, what? I'm like, what the hell's this? And I found out it was Chief Jay Strongbow.
An Italian.
Yeah, an Italian guy. And it really hurts my feelings now because I loved it when I was a little kid to find out that he was a piece of crap.
Yeah, I
to
heard he
people.
wasn't.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
he wasn't.
what I heard.
Wasn't the nicest guy.
Yeah. I should have asked Stan Hansen when I met him. He probably would have buried him.
Probably. A lot
You
of
know?
people do bury him.
Yeah, they do bury
There's a
him.
few that like him,
Yep.
but then
Not
for
too
the most
many.
part, they say he was a real stooge.
Yep.
And that he just wasn't a good person.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
right?
it is unfortunate when you like somebody.
Yeah.
Say, but Mil Mascaras did it for me too when he told me he didn't know how to speak English, and I told him, I listened to you speak English on television my whole life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he just sat there, looked at
What do
me.
they say? What do they say? It's don't ever meet your heroes. So
Yeah.
just disappoint
Did
you.
they disappoint you? Yep.
Yeah. So that's unfortunate, but
It
it is
is.
what it is, right? Do you remember how old you were?
7 years old.
7 years old.
Yeah, we had just moved into our new house, and it was the summertime. Yep.
So what do you think it is? I think it's because I was 7, I think,
Yeah.
or 6 or 7, and I find watching your shows, everybody that you ask that question, all the men typically right around that age.
Yeah.
First, second grade.
I know
Do you think
why.
it's something in our mentality?
No, I know exactly why. 'Cause we start to become pain in the asses to our mothers. Seriously, they say, go away, go watch TV. Things like that. Think about it. I
Makes sense.
have 3 grown children now and
Yeah.
a grandson. And 7's a tough age.
Yeah.
They
I
want to
guess-
know everything. They ask a million questions. That's second graders at my school.
Yeah.
They ask more questions than anybody, except for one kid in kindergarten. He asked like
All the
5
questions?
questions. I told him the other day, you ask way too many questions. I did. I had
So
to tell him that.
I guess that makes sense. So yeah, we're around that time when
Yep.
we start building our personalities
Exactly.
and wanting to know everything.
Yep.
I guess that makes sense. We
was
should
a
have a
pain in the
psychologist
butt.
on the show one time.
Yeah.
Figure out shrink
Dr.
us.
Sidney Basil from the wrestling magazines. We can get Dr. Sidney in here.
Yeah. Yeah. You think we could find him?
I don't know. I don't think he was real.
I don't think he was. I don't think any of them were real.
No, I think it was
Yeah.
just Bill Apter.
Bill Apter.
And maybe
Them all.
one other person, because that was a lot of work for one guy.
Yeah,
You would
that's
need
true.
at least 2 or 3 people,
That's
seriously,
true.
to do a magazine.
So, all right. So 7 years old. You just turned 54? 55.
55. I'm old, man.
So that's 48 years.
Yeah. I watched wrestling change like 3 or 4 times. Seriously.
least.
Oh, yeah.
At least 3 or 4 times.
Definitely. Yep.
Wow. Wow. Who's your favorite growing up?
Chief Jay Strongbow
Chief Jay Strongbow.
when I was really little.
Sure.
But once I was probably junior high, because it wasn't middle school back then. You know what I mean? You went
Yeah.
to junior high in the 7th and 8th grade.
Right.
You went to elementary, kindergarten through 6th.
Sure.
The first one that I really remember flipping out over was like Jerry Lawler in the magazines when I was probably
The
like 10.
magazines. So you never actually saw him live.
No, never saw him live until later, way later.
Yeah.
I mean, I was an adult, probably had children by the time. No, I didn't know, because cable broke in, what,
Oh, that's
81?
true, too. Yeah.
So, yeah,
right.
I was probably 16 when I first saw him, like, on TV.
Right.
Or on the internet, you know what I mean?
Jerry Lawler.
On that thing called the internet.
That thing.
Yeah.
The online thing.
Yeah.
Or were you always a fan of the heels, the bad guys?
No, because I always thought Jerry Lawler was a good guy for the most part, because when I just read the book, he just looked like a good guy to me when I was like 10.
Right.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
you
I
don't
didn't know
know.
that half
Hard
the
to-
time he was a good guy,
Yeah.
and then he was a bad guy.
Yeah, hard to tell that through a
Right,
picture.
and then when he would grow this thing is when he was the heel.
Yeah.
I remember when he had got an army hat on. He was General Lawler, And the magazines, I'm like, he was in the army? To myself, I'm like 10 years old. I had no idea.
Yeah,
you know?
you don't. That's
I mean,
it,
I
you don't
literally learned how to read, I swear to God, magazines. That's why my parents never cared that I bought them.
Right.
Because they saw it in my hand. They saw me reading them constantly.
That's how you figured it out.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, and then Jimmy Snooker.
Yeah, Jimmy Snooker is because he looked
Yeah.
like he looked.
Yeah.
You know, just his body. He
Yep.
was. If you haven't seen Jimmy Snooker, Google
Yeah.
image search Jimmy Snooker from 1970s and 80s.
Yeah. I think I
built
saw
like-
him in the magazines before, but what really I remember the most is when he teamed with Terry Gordy in Georgia and then
Yeah.
in the Mid-Atlantic area.
The big
And-
wild hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that and Terry had the hat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He wasn't a free bird. You know what I mean? And I fell in love with Snooker. Then when he came, I was flipping out my bedroom, screaming. My mother's like, "What's going on in there?" I'm like, "Jimmy Snooker." I said, "Wrestling?" I said, "Yeah, just shut your door."
Shut the door. Yeah,
Yep.
that's it. Yeah, because he looked like a killer.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He really
Yep.
did.
Yeah,
He
he
looked-
treated women great.
Yeah, he looked psychotic, though,
Yeah.
right?
No, he
had the
did.
big hair.
Yeah.
And then when he would make that, that scowling face and just with all those muscles on, like,
And the wild eyes.
The wild eyes,
Yeah, I was
like-
probably cocaine.
probably.
I think so.
Probably. He's dead now. He's not coming after us, but
Sure.
so whatever.
But
So-
can I tell you one story?
Yeah.
You were on the show. Do you remember working a show at Snooker for Jeff at St. Stan's?
Nope.
No, you weren't on that show?
I don't think so.
We get in the building and Snooker's right on the right. And my son says, "Dad, go over there."
Yeah.
Like, "Dad, we came here to meet," I'm like, and Snooker's right where the TV is at. And I'm like, and he's like, "Brother, how are you?
Yeah.
Come here." I'm like, "Nope." I
You
put it
wouldn't
to-
go see Jimmy
It
Snooker.
took me like 5 minutes.
were an
Finally,
adult.
Yep, I was an adult. Yep. I was in my 30s. And I swear to God, I couldn't go over there. I was nervous. I
What
really
happened?
was.
You finally went over there and he was fine.
Oh, yeah,
right?
he was great. He was unbelievable. I stood there for like 20 minutes talking to him. He
Yeah.
was really cool.
I've been in the locker room with him a couple times,
Yeah.
and I always found him very, actually just very super laid back
Yeah.
and just, not
Tommy
no
Mack
trouble
said
with
that he was drinking beers with him. I think on one of a show Tommy put on the first
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
Snooker was on it. And they were drinking afterwards. He said he had a blast with Jimmy Snooker.
That's the problem. I guess you could only drink so much with them, and then you had to disappear. 'Cause
Right. Oh,
Otherwise,
yeah.
it turned.
Oh, I
you
would
know?
imagine. So,
You
yeah,
were
that's
walking-
like, be
you
like
were
going out with Chris Adams.
walking a tightrope,
Right. Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
tilt off after.
There's a few
one
people
move.
in Lowell I didn't want to drink with after a certain amount of time, too.
I can imagine.
Diggy Eglin was one of them.
Oh, see, I just ran into some people that are from Lowell, and they were
Diggy
telling
knows
me
it, though, so I'm not worried about
they
it.
were telling me about a club in Lowell, and I knew you would know it, and now I can't think of the name.
Chevy's?
Yes, it was Chevy's.
Yeah. Right across the street from the Lowell Memorial Auditorium. That's where
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
She
That
used
was
to
a
bartend
good-
there.
That was a good club.
That's what I heard.
A lot of fights, though.
That's the other thing I
Lot
heard.
of
Yeah,
fights.
because she mentioned she goes, all those guys used to come in.
Oh, yeah.
Dickie Eklund
Yeah.
and
But those guys don't start fights.
No, people start with them.
Stupid people start with them.
yeah,
And I mean literally stupid people.
Yeah.
I don't care how big you are. You don't go up to a professional boxer and go, you think you're tough? Shit, yeah,
they are. Yeah, they are, and they know how to throw a punch.
Yeah.
It's different than if you and I get into a street
Right.
fight and I throw a punch
Right.
versus a trained professional throwing a
Exactly.
punch. I don't care that I'm 3 times the size of him.
Right.
I told you the story. I met Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson
Yeah.
in Jersey.
Yes.
And he's one of the smallest
Oh, yeah,
human beings I've ever met in
120
my life.
pounds. Right? 128 pounds,
Yeah.
something like that.
I still would not want to take a
No way.
kick or a punch
No.
or grapple with that man at
Mighty
all.
Mouse.
Like, he's insane. Yeah,
he's
it's
he's
just
wicked tough.
these guys are trained professionals. You
Yep.
don't want to do that. So
Yeah.
don't go to Chevy's in Lowell and start fights with Dick Eklund.
Yeah, and you don't have to
Or
go to
Mickey-
Chevy's no more because it's gone.
It's closed.
It's something else is there now,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I think something's there. I don't know what it's not a club or anything like
No,
that.
no, but that was the name of the club.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember it. And
I was going to
trying-
say Foxtail was the second one I was going to say because that's a very notorious
I
bar.
can't, and I don't even remember where I met the lady, but I actually was going to bring up her name to you as well because
Yeah.
I go, you guys were
probably
right
know
around
her.
the same age and you probably knew her.
Yeah, I probably-
But yeah,
she's
she was
from
a
Lowell?
bartender. She was from Lowell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
and
she
I
might
can't
have one of my
remember.
kids.
Maybe.
just kidding.
She could. If you're out there,
If you're out there, let me
your
know.
dad.
If I have
hit
another
him
kid.
up. Yeah. Leo's kids at gmail.com.
Yeah, I need a GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
For all my kids.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. All right, so Leo.
Yeah.
So you and I have known each other actually
A long time.
a long time.
but more friendly the last 10 years, maybe. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And then more specifically, probably in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yep.
we
hang out, go to shows.
hang out, go to shows. We
do
text each other a couple
we do
times a
a
week.
cooking show that's been on hiatus, but
a little
we'll be back
small
to
hiatus.
it.
We
Yep.
are. We're actually going to arrange that tonight, and we're
Yep.
going to get some dates back up. So the last 2 years, and then I remember. So this is where the whole, I coined the phrase business adjacent.
Yes.
We were driving to a show for Top Rope Wrestling down in Brockton.
This
right?
is a funny story.
Yeah,
Tom.
Brockton.
Yeah, this is
and
good.
Leo's like, no, I'll pay at the door. I'll pay at the door. I'm
That's
like,
what
Leo,
I do.
you're not going to. Leo's never not paid at the door. Leo is what every independent wrestling fan should be.
Thank you.
He goes to the shows, he boos and he cheers,
Yep.
and more importantly, he spends money. He buys a ticket at the door. If you have merchandise, he's going to
That I
buy
like,
it.
yeah.
He'll
Not as much as Damon, though. Not even close.
Not even
to
close
Damon.
as Damon. Not even close to Damon. Nobody buys
Nobody
shirts than
does that.
Damon. I think that's all that Damon wears. If Damon had to go to a funeral, a wedding, a bar mitzvah,
He'll find a good T-shirt to wear.
yeah, a court date,
He's awesome.
he's wearing a wrestling T-shirt because I
That
believe
might
that's
be the
all he
only
owns.
one where he wears a button shirt. Might
Maybe.
be to the court.
Maybe it'll be a
Yeah,
Razor
Tom.
Ramon button
You know,
shirt.
yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
Or one
wrestling
of
related.
Didn't $1 Million Man have a fake one with
Yes,
a tuxedo?
Yes, with the tuxedo thing.
I
yeah.
bet you he has that
I
one.
guarantee he does. Yeah, I guarantee he does. But so Leo's the guy you want at your shows, right? So if you see Leo at the door, you know he's there. He's gonna have a good time, and he's gonna support whatever it is
Yep.
you're doing. So we're driving down there, and this is the first show Leo and I actually drove. Well, first one really together.
Far.
Yeah,
at
far,
Least, at
yeah.
least, at least.
So he's like, I'll
Like
just. He
Brockton's
goes,
wicked far.
He goes,
For us it is.
I'll just wait outside and I'll just buy a ticket at the door. I said, no, Leo. I go, you're business adjacent now. You're just going to come in with me. So he actually didn't actually
I
end up
didn't
coming
go in
with
right
me.
away. I took a nap.
He took a nap in the
Took
car
a nap
for
first.
couple-
Then I woke up and texted you.
Yeah, and then I came out and got him and brought him inside, and they all know Leo. Everybody knows Leo. If you go
First
to-
time I never paid to get for a
First time they
ticket.
never paid
I
for a
felt really
ticket.
weird.
Yeah.
I did.
So, this is one of my questions
Yep.
to you. Being business adjacent now, and people associate you with wrestling business, even though you're not in the ring or
Right.
you have no desire to be in
Yep.
the ring.
Nope. I'm not in the wrestling business at all.
So when you buy a ticket now
Yep.
and go to a show, do you feel differently than you did 2 years
Yeah.
ago?
Yeah.
You do, right?
Oh, totally different. It's like not as much, depending on where I'm standing. You know,
Okay.
like if where you like to where we stand in the back like that.
Yes.
I'll go off and,
Yep.
and just yell the whole show, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm off to like side of this, people like I don't,
Yeah.
because people look at me. You know, and I'm not, believe me, you know,
Yeah.
I'm a very humble guy, you know what I
Yes.
mean? But I know some people know because of the show.
Yep.
And I don't know them.
Right.
They don't come over and come say hi. So I
Right.
feel weird like yelling and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So if I'm way in the back, like we heckled, you probably heard us in the back at the Chaotic Show with Basic Becca.
Yes.
Oh, we let her have it.
Did you?
Swear to God, me, Dan, Fornia,
Yeah.
we all, I mean, literally, we were so, she couldn't even talk. At one point, we were yelling too when the working men were in there.
Yep.
Eli,
Yeah. The mechanical.
yeah, mechanic
Right.
guys. But what's one of the guys, skinny guys' name there that told me he was going to come over, told me to save him 2 burgers, cost me $6.
Evan Walbridge.
Evan Walbridge, you cost me $6. You owe me $6, kid.
I ate the burgers. I'll have you know, Evan. And then Tyler Cintron.
And Tyler Cintron. But
Taylor Cintron.
no, it's Tyler, right?
Timmy Cintron.
Yeah, Timmy Cintron. Tommy Cintron.
Tom.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Nah, we know what his name is.
Todd.
I'm
It's Todd Cintron.
all right, Todd Cintron.
Yeah.
No, but we let them have it too. You know what I mean? And
Well, they were wearing hard hats. They
yes,
deserved it.
But it got to the point where like, I could see Rich was ready to like tell us to stop, man, because
Yeah, you
we
think
just
so?
wouldn't stop.
But here's the thing: you paid for that ticket, right?
Exactly.
You know. Now let me ask you this:
Yeah.
because being on the outside, or being actually on the inside,
Yeah.
watching that, do you feel because you got that ticket,
Yeah.
that gives you a right to say anything you want?
No, respectfully. Like I'm a total fan that just wants to make people laugh. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm not out there telling people, you know, like if somebody, let's say someone got arrested for something, I'm
Yeah.
not going to yell that at them.
Right.
You know what I mean? That person's got to live with that shit, anyways.
stuff,
You know what I mean?
exactly, yeah.
I find it very disrespectful. I got to a talk with, Sozio from, he used to be, come on, he's from CZW.
I do know the name. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Well, he was saying how like people were saying stuff about him and his breakup with his girlfriend and stuff. And I said, listen, I'm a very vocal fan. But I would be pissed at those people, and I'd
Sure.
probably say something to those
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
We were at an ECW show sitting in the front row. We almost got in a fight with fans across from us because they were so disrespectful. This big dude, I mean, he was big. He went all the way around, got them all the shows. There was like 6 of them. He went all by himself. And they
got
never
them all
said
to shut
another
up?
word. The rest of the show, they were like this.
That's
Because
funny.
he was going to kill them.
That's
Because they
funny.
were being so disrespectful.
Because there is a time that, like, you know, I think you wouldn't go to a movie,
Right.
because you pay for the ticket and sit and heckle, right?
Right, exactly.
You wouldn't go to a play. You wouldn't go to a
No.
Broadway show.
No.
And because you bought the
Or,
ticket,
or heckle a comedian. Why?
right?
You know what I mean? What did you go to the show for?
Right. What is exactly? So
You
that's
know?
what, because I've been on that side of
Right.
people just yelling, just
Yep.
asinine stuff and
Right.
just disrespectful and just, you know. So I just wanted to get your take on it and where you're at, because more recently there's been in the news where the at a Ring of Honor show, I believe, a guy was yelling disrespectful stuff towards
Right.
the women,
Oh, okay.
and he had a little altercation with Bubba Ray Dudley,
Good.
or Bully Ray Dudley,
Yep. Right.
who's not a guy you want to mess with, right?
No, definitely
So
not.
There's
Guy you
different-
want on your side, though.
yeah, different stories as to
Yep.
how it all went down,
Right.
but that guy was now banned, I think, from life, right?
Good.
So something you enjoy doing,
Yeah.
and then you just screwed yourself out of
Right.
it.
And
right?
matter
It
of fact,
doesn't make
one
any
of the
sense.
things I used to love to yell was to you. The guy, they would ring announce you at 318.
And they
You'd
lied.
walk over there and you'd say, I'm 218. And the guy would say, I'm mistaken, weighing 218. And I'd yell, yeah, in the 3rd grade.
Yep, and I wanted to punch Leo in the face every time. I didn't.
But
But it was his right.
that was the fun, you know?
Yeah, it was
like, I'll
his
give you
right.
another example. I think it was at an NEWA show or an NECW show. Kofi Kingston comes out, and I'm selling my merchandise right there. And the minute he comes out, I know he's a heel.
Yeah.
So right away, right? Because especially at George Carroll shows, he used to tell me he liked it too, because sometimes people don't say anything. You go out there, there's 50
Yeah.
people in the crowd, and no one's doing nothing. That's the worst thing that can happen.
That's hard as a performer.
Right.
Yeah.
So as soon as I see it, I'm like, boom, he looks over at me. Awesome.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth and sell your tapes. And he just gives me that look of disdain, like he
Yeah.
hated me. You
That
know
was
what I
when
mean?
Kofi was a Russian for a little while.
Yeah.
That was the accent.
Yeah, that was
Leo
the accent.
doing.
I'm a Russian accent.
It was a couple weeks.
Yeah.
They gave it a shot. It didn't work.
But you know
And
what I
then he
mean?
was a
Stuff
Jamaican,
like
but
that.
yeah.
I love being part of that, though. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like sharing that. Like, I mean, I remember even saying to people before I even like how I'm more around it now. But I remember seeing some kid. He was a young kid. I don't even remember who it was, but it was at a George Carroll show, and he came out and he had no idea what he was because he just walked straight up. You didn't know if he was a heel. You didn't know if he was a good guy.
Yeah.
Nobody did nothing. So I asked him how he liked that. He said it really stunk. I said, how about letting people know who you are? Yeah, Rob.
That's
Give looks. Come
yeah.
on, dude.
You can
I'm
say
not even in the business.
You can say a million words with the look.
Yeah.
You
Who
know,
trained that clown?
wasn't me.
Honestly, I wish
Yeah.
I knew his name so
Yeah.
we could.
Yeah, find
honestly,
out.
that was ridiculous.
It's not good. So as a performer, I wanted to thank you for being that type
thank
of.
you.
So you and you've got your buddy, the Dan Fourniers that you go
Yeah,
with. I'm sorry,
Dave Fournier.
Dave Fourniers and
Dan
Dan's,
Bolia, yeah,
and,
and
me,
me,
Mike
Mike.
Miller from the Portland territory.
Yep.
Which speaking of which, you know, I worked with just recently had a job with Mike Miller.
Yeah.
And I took to calling him Mean Mike Miller from the Portland
Nice.
territory. He never caught on, never asked me why I'd say it,
Yeah.
but every time I saw him, I'd say it, and he'd just look at me like, and I
It's
just
awesome.
that was my little tribute to Leo.
Yep.
So yeah.
I gave him that nickname.
All right. So Leo, we're gonna jump into some fan
All right.
questions. Okay. The first one I've got.
Yep. My friend Tim.
Tim Kittery from Kittery,
What's
Maine.
up, Tim?
I don't know if he's from Kittery, Maine.
No,
Doesn't
I don't
really
think
matter.
so. He's from New Hampshire, though.
What is the greatest wrestling match you've seen in person?
There's just so many, but the only one that really jumps out to mind that was recent was Samoa Joe Finn Balor at NXT when Joe won the title. That match.
That was right in Lowell, correct?
Yeah, that match was really, really good. Maybe the night Christian won the championship, and you know what sucks about that? I don't even remember who he won it from. JT, right? I'm pretty sure it was JT.
I was there too, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
I
that's
think you're
bad,
right,
right?
yeah.
But why I say that is we wanted Christian to win the belt like a year before. Every
Yeah.
show we kept saying to each other, "This is the night."
Like you
this
said,
is
they
the
kept building,
night."
building.
Yeah.
And then, you know what though? You kept coming back, right?
We did.
And then finally you got the payoff.
Oh, it was awesome.
Finally you got the payoff.
We were psyched.
that was a good
great
match. So Samoa and
JT
Finn and
done
JT
for all
done.
the people give him crap, stuff like that. Honestly,
Sure.
Guy can wrestle anybody, man, and make a great match. I
would agree. Yeah.
Honestly, he
agree.
really is a
Absolutely.
great wrestler.
I'm loving his new tag team with Davey.
Yes,
It's,
yes.
what is it, Death by Davey?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's good too, though. She
Super
really
entertaining.
is good.
Super entertaining.
Yeah.
So I liked when they came out in the red flannels. That was fun.
Yeah, that was cool. That was
That
cool.
Christmas
Yeah.
episode, right? That was a good time.
They're a good team.
Yeah. All right, this question.
Yep.
It's from Maverick Wild.
Uh-oh.
Old friend of
Is
both
that
of
the
ours.
hard one there with the... Good.
Who would you say the best guest you've had on? Oh, who are the best guests you've had on? He's not fishing.
Right.
He has his list, and he's not on it.
No, right.
Yeah.
All right, I have to say this, right? City Bacabella is my favorite episode.
No longer allowed on, though, right?
Well, Dick said if we gave him $100, so if Sydney's willing to come on, I might be able to slide, get the 100 me. I'll sneak it out of Maria's pocketbook when she ain't looking. She don't watch the show.
She doesn't.
Nobody
That's
in
true.
my family watches the
Yeah,
show.
that's true.
Isaiah might be watching right now. Hi, Isaiah. I love you.
Hello,
if you are.
Josiah. Do your homework.
But no, Sydney, honestly, having like when I had you for the first time, Mav the first, guys that I love to watch wrestle. That was Johnny Vegas.
Yeah, it was
you know
cool,
what I mean?
right?
It was
Yeah.
so cool.
Brian Fury.
Yeah,
I
Brian
know
Fury.
Brian was a big one.
That Killer Nova one. Honestly,
Yeah.
like it took a year and a half, 2 years in the making. Then Dick finally opened up on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And then to have Royce the next day, that was really cool. Tony Roy.
Yeah,
Another
'cause
great guest.
that's a guy you don't hear anything from, right? So kids watching wrestling today in
Yep.
New England independent wrestling today definitely don't know who I am. Definitely don't know who Tony
Right.
Roy is.
And they should.
And they should know.
They really
They
should.
should know a guy
Yeah.
like that.
Mike Hollow.
Mike Hollow. Yeah.
Knuckles Nelson. I mean, these are guys I never thought I'd get on the show. I would have never even contacted Mike Hollow, right? I probably would have contacted Knuckles,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
He hit me up
Yeah.
and told me he liked the show. So I was like, well, I got him here now.
have to,
Let's
right?
go. And
Yeah.
of course, he came. Mike's a great guy.
So-
but I had no relationship with him
Right.
at all.
If there's anybody out there watching who thinks, or if you have a suggestion of somebody you'd want on the show, you want to see on the show, maybe you used to watch back in the day, hit Leo up. Hit myself up on. You can send a self-addressed stamped envelope to my home
Yeah,
address.
that's the only place
because
you're
I'm
gonna
not
get
on
Sonny.
any social media at all. But just hit us up and we'll do our best because I pretty much know
Everybody.
anybody who's worth knowing in the independent wrestling.
Between you and Mav, seriously,
Yeah.
you guys get me anybody that I can't get.
Yeah.
And Dave Padula. Flip
And
wouldn't
Dave
even
Padula.
answer my
Yeah,
messages.
right.
And then Dave said, you want him on your show? I said, yeah. He goes, all right, no problem.
Yeah.
He hit me up the next day, says, yep. Well, he's going to come with me on my next date. I'm like, what?
be a little harder to get.
Yeah. He was
now.
awesome, though.
Yeah.
Well, he might have more to say now, though, too, because but in his defense, he had been traveling since 6 a.m. that morning.
Yeah.
He had to have been exhausted.
Sure.
That's the only episode that I cut short.
Right.
I literally cut short. I did.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm running out of stuff to say. I mean, I could have pulled more stuff, but I could tell he was
Yeah.
exhausted, so we went about 40 minutes.
Nice. I was saying this the other night. Remember that I don't think I was saying it to you. I was talking with Steph Mike actually on Saturday night, and I was saying that Leo has the uncanny ability, whether you know it or not, to know to feel how his show is going.
Yep.
And how to lead it. Specifically, I watched the episode with Gabriel Danger.
Yes.
And you were asking him questions, and he was giving you one-word answers.
Yep.
Not for nothing, guys.
That's hard.
That's hard
It is
to do
hard.
it as a host to pull any kind of information.
Yeah.
And you worked so hard. You
I
didn't
did.
sweat. You didn't
Nope.
flinch. You didn't.
Nope.
Look
But I kept it
angry.
a half hour. I knew it was
But
going to
you-
be
but
hard
you were
anyways. I
smart
did
enough.
know, and I wanted
Yeah.
him to shine in it. I
Sure.
didn't want to do an hour and then have him feel uncomfortable after.
You didn't
I
want to
wanted him
expose
to
him.
know 30 minutes and okay, seize
Yeah.
the time, and he was good.
Yeah.
You know,
was-
they
you
both were
did
good.
a-
Him and his dad were good.
For somebody who's never been in front of a camera,
Right.
I'm assuming
oh, yeah.
before this,
Never.
there's nothing I'm going to find on the dark web.
And nope. I did speak in front of 5,000 people at an AA meeting years ago. But then I found out I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not. I'm a cocaine addict.
You were.
So I know.
Were, right.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I still am. But
That's
I just
true.
don't touch
But
it.
you just don't touch it. right.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
that's right. We talked about this. We had a
Yeah.
good talk about this. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's in front of 5,000 people.
Yep. In
Wow.
New York. It was crazy. I just had a fight with the girl I was dating and stuff, so I blasted her too. It was good.
was
And
good
it
to
was
get it
always
all
like all men. It was all
Yeah.
and they were going crazy. It was pretty cool.
That's funny. That's funny. All right. Well, so we talked about the best guest.
Yeah.
Right.
And I
think
don't
the answer
think
was
I
me.
left anything out. I'm trying to think. I don't want to leave anyone out that was
How many episodes is this? This is what?
167th or 6th.
That's a lot of guests to have.
Chase was good too. Julian was, again, both those guys, no relationship with them
Right.
at all. They came on, and literally by the end of the interview, I felt like I knew them forever,
Sure.
honestly. Julian
That's
was
good.
so laid back and easygoing, and Chase is Chase.
Chase,
It was really easygoing too.
Julian now has his own podcast with,
Yes,
with Tarzan.
Yeah.
What is it?
Truth, justice, and
New England
in
Pro
the
Wrestling
New
Way.
England professional wrestling way.
and
I'm never going to be a guest
Tarzan
on
and
that
Julian
show.
Starr together.
Can't even say it.
That's true. Julian Starr and Tarzan together, their Hollywood name is Starzan.
Yeah.
I want to keep pushing that because I want
That's a good one.
I want to cut of the merchandise.
And I would like to give one other shout out to
Yes.
to another show, the Wrestling Podcast About Nothing, because whenever my name gets, they bring up
They
much
always-
love.
yes.
These guys are awesome.
Every time I'm
Awesome.
on, your name gets brought up. So.
Yes.
And I don't know if you guys knew this, but I am the permanent co-host now.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Not even co-host. I'm just going to say host. I'm
This is the
permanent
host. You know?
Yeah. Crockett, you'll have my bio soon.
Yeah.
I just need your email address
Crockett's a
or
good guy.
something.
I need to get him on here.
Crockett
I really
should
do.
come on
I
here.
know.
Crockett is a guy, a hard guy to get out of the house.
I know.
But
Yeah,
I bet if
I
you
hear,
lured
I
him,
should say, I don't
bet if
know.
you lured him here with food, he'd be here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Have you cooked
Yeah.
for him? He'd
No,
be
but
here.
if I did, he'd never want to leave.
Well, that's true, maybe, yeah. So, all right. All right, next question
Yes.
is from Dave Fournier and Bobby
Right.
Rossi. I
Yeah.
know Dave.
Yeah,
you
but
just-
Bobby asked the same question, so that's
okay.
why I put
Oh,
them
so
together.
you both asked the same
Yeah.
question because you're both unoriginal. But whatever, it's no
But
problem.
they don't read everybody's questions. Hello,
Guys, rookies.
Bobby.
What made you decide to do the show? Actually, this is one of my questions I wanted to ask you, but I saw it was on here, so.
What happened was I worked right up the street from here at the high school. I was working overtime. It was a Little Iguanas event. And I walked by a couple of times, and there was a table just with like three business cards on the table. Every other table had all kinds of stuff on it. So finally I walked by and said, what's up with this, you know? They said, oh, we have a TV station down the street, public access station. We're looking for to have more shows. I said, anybody can have a show? The guy's like, yeah. I said, I could have a show? He's like, yeah. I'm like, really? So he's like, what would you want to do it on? I said, wrestling. And next thing you know, I came down like a week later, me, Nicole, Sarah, and Maria. This is back, it's been so long. Sarah actually slept over my house back then. She hasn't slept over my house in like 3 years. So
She's
this
a
was
young
about
lady
4
now.
years
Yeah,
ago.
this is a young lady now.
Yeah, so that was it. That's how it happened. I came in, and then I ended up, the guy that I talked to originally was gone by the time I came down here. They did layoffs.
Dick ousted him?
And Dick must have ousted him, and Dick outlasted him and Dan. Because that guy's no longer here.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, because he asked you to do a show.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
He's the one who gave
He's
the
the
okay
one,
for the
yep,
show.
yep, and
That's
I'm
what-
still here.
You cost him his job.
Yep, good.
Nice, way to
That's
go.
awesome.
All right, second part of the question. If you could have any wrestler on the show, who would you choose? I'm assuming we're going to go New England.
Yeah, because that's what the
Yeah.
show's all about.
Yeah.
Jeff Costa. Hands
Jeff Costa.
down, there's no one that I want more than him.
Jeff has done so little
In the
publicity,
past,
right? Like
Nothing.
I know he did some kind of podcast because I was
Right.
listening to it, but it was like, no, it wasn't even a podcast. It was some call-in radio
Oh,
show or
okay.
something, but not even here.
Right.
It was,
I would love to have that. He's like, when I first knew I was going to do a show, he's like the first name that came in my head. The very first one was Jeff and then Slick. And then Slick turned me down. And then Slick had to hit me up and say, hey, can I be on your show?
Yeah, 'cause he
and
wanted
me
to
being
promote-
the nice guy, I did a second show that day, so I didn't want to make a guy like Slick, who I love,
Yeah.
wait.
so I'm
But
going
he
to put
didn't
this
show the
out
love
there.
at first back.
I'm going to try to help you out here.
All right.
So I don't talk to Jeff, and unfortunately, I don't see the Costa family
Right.
at all, and I'm not on any social media. But Jeff, if you happen to be watching this, step aside, tell your lovely bride to come in, Monica. So Monica, this is directly to you. Tell Jeff to come and do this show. It's literally down the street from your house.
Yep.
You know Leo. Leo's a great
He
guy.
already said I was a great guy. So
You already know he's a great guy. Monica, you know Leo.
Yep.
Your
Monica's
granddaughter loves
Yep.
Leo.
Yeah, I was her favorite custodian. Hopefully I still am. She's at another school.
We're just going to assume you are.
I'm better than that custodian anyways.
Yeah.
I honestly know that.
Yeah.
At least to treat the kids, I know I
Mr.
am.
Leo. So anyway, Monica, you can just drive him down here,
That'd be great.
drop him off, and
Yeah.
then pick him up.
Second guest would be Wolfie.
Wolfie might be a little harder to get.
Yeah, we'd have to wait for Christmas season. He can ride the reindeers down because, man, does he look like Santa Claus.
Yeah,
he
he
plays
does.
Santa Claus
Yes,
now
he
and
does,
stuff.
yeah.
He's awesome, but he's a great guy.
Or Wolfie, you can come down in the spring or summer. You can make it a
Ride
motorcycle
your motorcycle day,
We can
yeah.
ride our motorcycles. We can go to lunch, go somewhere.
Yeah, I'll
Maybe,
even buy you lunch, Wolfie.
You'd buy Wolfie lunch?
Hey, relax, don't worry.
All right.
Don't worry.
All right.
I
So
take
there.
care of you every
there's-
APW show.
You do, any
you
show,
know that,
that's right.
and I'll continue to do that.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. If you, I'm
One
assuming
more,
you're watching.
one more
oh,
guy.
Yes.
It's like the three amigos, Kevin Hughes. that would be
Listen, I have a good chance of getting Kevin Hughes on
that
here.
would be awesome. You'd have to come on with him though, because you'd
Absolutely.
have to like steer him back into the. You know what I mean? As
I will
he
do
answers
my
and
best.
starts to go side left, you'd have to pull him
Pull
back.
him in. Yeah.
But I would love
I'm
to
gonna
have
work on
Kevin
getting.
on.
If you guys don't know Butcher Hughes, and probably there's 10 of you that know Butcher Hughes,
I know him, and he was always so good to me.
he would be
man.
an amazing guest on this because that guy, he was Walter Kowalski, Killer Kowalski's first student
student, yep.
in Malden, Massachusetts, years at 70s,
Yeah, he's
early
pretty
80s,
cool.
whatever it was. An amazing guy.
Very nice
be
guy.
so
So
good.
nice to the fans.
So
and
nice.
even the fans would be like, though, they'd talk to him and he'd say something, and he'd walk. Even the fans would be walking. The Emmons would even go,
Yeah.
what the heck?
Yeah, they were confused.
They
and
were
they
very
understood
confused.
everything. So that's crazy. But you know what? I'm going to work on that for
All
you.
right.
So, all right, last question from Dave.
No, Hogan Hat won't be on the show.
No Hogan hat. No Hogan hat. And there's a backstory to it.
Yeah.
We're not going to even
We're
talk
not
about
going
it.
to answer. I've said
'cause-
that from my house.
Yeah.
Yep, no need to get into
No
that.
need to get into it.
If you want to know, hit me up. I'll tell you privately.
All right, next question from Len Whitney.
Yes. My
You know
cousin.
Len Whitney? Oh, your cousin?
Sure do.
That explains the question then.
Yeah.
Leo, of all your cousins who lived next door to you growing up, which was your favorite? And he says, it's definitely a right answer.
Well, there is a right answer right now because there's two of them, Jamie and Len, right?
Yeah?
But who's my favorite cousin out of the two of them? Who asked the question? Len.
Len.
You win.
Then that was the deciding factor.
Yeah, because I love them both equally. They are two of the funniest dudes you'll ever
Really?
meet in your life.
Did I meet him at that? Were they there?
I think, Jamie might have been for a little while. I don't think you met him, though.
For you? Okay. All right.
A lot of my family just stayed in one spot. I'm the only one that worked the room. Maria was so mad at me. Remember I told you that?
Yeah.
Maria's like, you going to work? I said, I am working. She,
Yeah.
what are you doing? I
Work
said,
in
I'm
the room.
working the room. I'm working. I was cocked.
Yeah, you
Oh,
were. You had a couple of wobbly pops.
Yeah, it was fun.
Adult beverages, as we call them.
Raised my cousin a lot of money,
Yes, you did.
who has since passed. Love you, Tom.
Yeah. All right. Next question from Adam Luce.
All right, my boy Adam.
Adam Luce, I'm going to 100% shoot here, scares me to death. What do you remember about the Jersey All Pro show you catered when Homicide tried to kill the Hogan Hat fan?
That's what I remember the most. I remember going over to Hogan Hat, trying to be cool and trying to help him and say, hey, dude, relax. And he turned around and told me to go F myself. So I said, okay, fine. And I seen Homicide was trying to kill him, so I started cheering him on. Get him, Homicide, get him. And nobody would let him. Literally, he was
had to hold him back.
He was going to kill him. If he would have got loose, there's no doubt in my mind, Homicide would have got arrested,
Yeah.
and Hogan Hat would have went to the hospital. There's no
And
doubt
Hogan
in
Hat
my
was a
mind.
paying fan.
Yep.
This
And-
goes back to being that disrespectful fan.
Disrespect. That's
Because
what I don't like
because
about
you
him.
bought a ticket.
Yep.
You think you can say and
Yep.
do whatever you want.
He went over to Matt Hardy, who was, had a little table,
Sure.
signing autographs and pictures. And
This
the guy went
was
over there.
after he was released.
Yep. And I'm in the kitchen and I hear all this ruckus. So I'm
Yeah.
like, what's going on, man? I see everybody running
Yeah.
that way. So I run out and I'm like, what's going on, man? So I seen him and he's yelling. I'm like, oh, so nobody's touching the Hogan Hat. So I went over to him and said, dude, relax, man. What's going on? That's when he told me to go after myself. So I said, no problem, man. See you
That's
later.
so crazy.
Yep. And then I talked
crazy.
about him on the message board.
Yeah.
And
then-
some coward under a false name who wouldn't say it would call me Father of the Year. And I
Yeah.
tried to explain to him I definitely was Father of the Year.
Yeah.
Because I had Sarah with me when he started with me. But when I fought him, Maria had Sarah and they weren't even near me.
Yep.
They
They
couldn't
drove
see
away.
me.
Yep.
So you're right. Father of the Year. That was back in 2005. I've been Father of the Year ever since. 15, 16 years running. Father of the Year.
Nice. He has the coffee mug and the T-shirt to prove.
Yes, I do.
All right. Adam has a second question.
Oh, this is good.
How excited are you for the gathering in Charlotte?
You know what the gathering is, right?
I don't. Because I hear gathering, I think ICP,
Okay.
and I want no part
This
of that.
guy T. Martin or T. Martin, whatever, he put on a convention last year in North Carolina, and he brought in like all the 80s stars. Damon was there, Damon Farrar.
Yep, Damon Farrar,
And he
yeah.
kept posting pictures, and I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous, right? Because, I mean, he was meeting everybody.
Right.
John Tatum, you know what I mean? Just
Guys you
Scott
just wouldn't
Casey,
think-
guys
yeah.
you just don't get to see. Kendo Nagasaki, who just passed away,
passed
you
away,
know?
yeah.
And so he finally says to me, he goes, you should come with me next year, man. We'll drive down. We'll make it a trip. So I said, yeah. So we're going down in August.
That's
It's going to
awesome.
be awesome.
You driving down?
Damon's driving, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
For how? what is
Unless
it?
he wants me to drive
A
Sunday.
Thursday
ways.
through a Sunday?
Yeah, something like that. He told us we're not going to really get back till Monday because on the way back we're going to stop somewhere else, and you know. So I already told
Yeah.
Maria I need like $1,500 for 4 days, and she went for it. Again, she don't watch.
She
the
must
show.
have been in a good
She
mood.
don't watch
Yeah.
the show. She's paying for our hotel room, and
That's true.
In
For the
June, right?
June or July?
It's June. I think it's June. Maybe it's July this year.
Yeah, I forget. I just
forget
saw.
too.
I just got the
New England Pro Wrestling
Hall of Fame Fan Fest.
and then the Fan Fest the next day,
Yeah.
where we'll most likely see a certain summon that I'll address in a few
Yes.
minutes.
Yeah, we're not going to mention him.
Yeah.
So, all right, Bobby Rossi has a second question. He says, "Who are your top 5 indie wrestlers and
All
your
right.
top 5 TV wrestlers?"
All right, it's too long because there's too many.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to throw out names that hit indie guys right now off the top of my head. Anthony Green, Christian Casanova, all killing over, to be honest with you.
Dan Maff.
Uh-huh.
Dan Maff.
Dan Moff. What's his name? He's freaking right from around here, too. I'm drawing a blank here. I like Nico Silva, Shannon
Sure.
Thomas. I like CJ Cruz.
Yeah.
I like Alec Price.
Yep.
You know, as you can see, most of them are from like the Chaotic group and all
Sure.
that. But Alec and Channing comes from with Ryan and stuff.
Yeah.
Donovan Piper's pretty good. I've been
Donovan
watching
Piper?
some of his matches. I
Have
don't
you?
think he's won many matches.
I haven't seen him since
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
time we went to Brockton.
I
But
did call him by his real name once on here, but I
Yeah.
told him never again. So yeah, Donovan Piper. He's an up and coming kid. Remember how much I flipped out when I thought he showed
yeah.
up at the Battle
At
Royal?
the Chaotic Show, you look like an 11-year-old girl
I was
seeing.
like, you said I was like,
you were floating like
floating
Mary
in the
Poppins.
air. Yeah. Because I thought, I'm like, Donovan Piper's
You
here.
flipped out.
And you looked right at me and
Piper.
said, no, he's
That's not him. Yep, that's not him. That was great.
And TV guys, real quick, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe. I'll leave it at that. That was
Perfect.
two guys I love.
They're both big guys, so it's like
Yeah.
5 guys. Yeah. All right, Matthew McGee.
Yeah, Freight Train. Freight Train. He wrestles as Freight Train. Not that Freight Train there,
How about
Sonny.
Freight Train?
Freight Train from down
Dan?
in Mass.
Not Dan.
No, just his name is Freight Train. That's all I know. Matthew McGee is Freight Train. He runs his own
don't
company.
I definitely don't buy
All
it.
right.
All right. What would you do differently from others if you were running an indie promotion?
Run away and never run one. So never. There's nothing I would do, honestly, Freight Train, and I would tell people that I love to don't do it.
Take a bag of money and burn it?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Be the same.
Honestly, it's the truth. I wouldn't do it.
All right, Gary Stillwell. This is
Yep.
Gabriel
That's
Davis' dad, right?
Dad, yeah.
Okay. So he says, I hope you are well. I think he's talking to me. And will you be attending the UFO event coming up on February 19th? I think I will. Thanks for asking, though. I think Leo and I are actually going to drive down. And what do you think of the tremendous wrestling card that we have in store for you? From the youngest to the most experienced veterans. Thank you. Was that just a plug for the UFO show? Is that what that was?
pretty much.
Did he pay for that?
I don't know, but I think he sold
Gary
like
Stillwell?
60 tickets.
Sending you a bill. Bill.
So that shows, Pat always puts on good shows.
for the plug.
I'm looking forward to the whole show. You know, we will be going.
We are going to go.
You know, I'm
because Chase
very-
Del Monte's on it, Johnny Vegas is on it.
Yeah, and that's what day? February 19th?
February 19th. I believe it's
I'm in big trouble, man. I'm going out. I got Thursday night. I got something to do. I'm taking Friday off.
I was going to say, I think it's a Wednesday
I might take Thursday and Friday off. It is because it's during school vacation.
in Massachusetts.
In
not New
Massachusetts,
Hampshire.
not New Hampshire.
New Hampshire's the next week.
The next
so.
week, yep. All right.
Okay, so-
let's bang out some questions because
All right, referee Rich Landon. We have 18 minutes. We have some
All right.
time. Referee Rich Landon, tell us everything about selling and buying merchandise at wrestling shows and sites like eBay. I have a lot in storage and want to sell them. When do I dig them out?
honestly, you're talking to the most unprofessional vendor you'll ever meet in your life, and that's the truth, Rich. Ricky, you know, that's what he really goes by
Yeah.
in real life. Ricky,
Yeah.
not Rich
Right,
Landon.
'cause you know
But
him, yeah.
as the referee, that's his wrestling
Referee
name.
Rich Landon. Yeah.
But I would, if I were you and you want to sell them, I'd take them out as soon as you can. I'd start looking on eBays and places like that, see what things are going for.
There's no better time than now.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to go through the hassle, just give them to Leo. Leo will sell them for dirt cheap for you.
Yeah. I mean, Pinky gave me all his stuff. He did.
It's true.
And then he asked me if I had some of his stuff out on the table. Well, yeah, because I said to him before I left, listen, I don't want, you take it back if you're going to cry about it later. You know what I mean? No, really. And his credit, he hasn't.
Right. So
Thank you,
it.
Pinky.
All right, next question from Mav. Do you like gladiator movies?
I just that one, The Gladiator.
one,
Russell
okay.
Crowe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that show. I like that
right.
movie a lot.
He says, actually, how did you first encounter Sonny to be on the show?
All right.
And I think you and I talked about this because
Yes.
you said you couldn't remember.
Yes.
I actually hit Leo up.
Yep.
Again, I've known Leo forever, and we were Facebook friends and whatnot, and I saw that he was talking about this, and I think it was actually before your first episode, and I remember
yeah.
I hit him up and I said, Leo, I'm actually right up the road. If you ever need any help or want me on the show, whatever the case is, I didn't want to look like I was begging for a booking.
I think I had already
but-
started it because
you're right.
Because you
That's
know
right,
why?
'cause I didn't
Because
know
I
about
would have asked you.
That's right.
I had on the third episode is
Yeah.
when I asked Derek
Yeah.
to be my co-host.
I said,
who
hit me
doesn't
up.
even like me anymore.
No,
Because of you. He blocked me on Facebook, dude. Because of you, not me.
Probably was because of me, but yeah. So I hit Leo up. So we want to talk about
No. Because I want to
Yeah.
get to that
All right.
last thing at the
Dan
end. You know what
Bolio
I mean?
asks,
Yeah.
what was Richard LaPointe like as a child? I'm actually assuming less annoying than as an adult. Also, where do you see the ring in all the sports in 5 years?
All right. Rich LaPointe's my nephew. I'm 10 years older than him. I used to babysit him when I was like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And have girls from his neighborhood come over the house. He was so cool because he was a cute kid.
Yeah.
Girls would come fly. I'd take him outside. Girls would come flying over. You know what
Smart.
I mean? But yeah, he was less annoying. I love him. Dan, I love you too, but I'm always going to love my nephew more. So stop talking shit about him. No, I'm just kidding.
So where do you see the ring in all the sports in 5 years?
Right here.
Yeah.
Here.
Can I suggest something
Yep.
though? Maybe the ring in all of the sports. This should be the ring, and sometimes you mention other things.
That would, yeah.
Yeah.
But not too long ago, I mentioned twice when Brian Fury
I
was here.
listened. Yeah, I listened.
And Mav, and
Yeah.
I don't have to talk about other sports for a long
For a long time.
Yep.
But we should also update that logo because it's not 1978 anymore. So, Dick, get on that. That thing's got to. Just because we are public access doesn't mean we need to look like public access.
Nice. My agent.
Dave Donovan,
Yep.
what has been your ultimate experience with a wrestler from your fan perspective?
Honestly, I went out with Dave, man. We went out for a Super Bowl party at Valentino's, man. Friggin' blast. That was probably the most fun I've ever had, because we went out and drank, and
Yeah.
they tried to shut him off, and I worked there.
I remember
And
you
I'm
told
like,
me this,
no, this guy ain't even driving.
Yeah.
So he ended up being able to drink, but we had a freaking blast, man.
That's
and then he
awesome.
moved away, and we haven't, we still
Yeah.
talk here and there. Then I found out my boy Hanson, the referee, and they don't like each other, but I love both of them.
Yeah.
So it looks like I won't be inviting them both to the wedding.
No, definitely not. Or sit them on opposite sides. Or book another referee.
Yeah,
whatever.
maybe. Crockett.
Second question. Who would you most want to be the manager for at ringside?
Gosh. Jimmy Snuka.
That makes sense.
Jimmy Snuka. I loved him.
All right. Do you ever make 9-layer lasagna? And what is the head-turning ingredient in your spaghetti
All right.
sauce?
No, I don't make a 9-layer lasagna, but my secret is salt pork. That's what we used to make it with your mama's.
Wow, salt pork?
You cook the salt pork in oil
Yeah.
for 4 or 5 minutes aside. You hear it bubbling
Yeah,
up.
it's
Then you
crisping
take
up.
it out.
Yeah.
And you got that nice flavor. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. A lot of people use coffee too.
And the
I don't.
spaghetti sauce?
Yep. It's a bold flavor.
Yeah.
Which brings out more of the sweetness in all
And
the other
tomato
ingredients.
stuff and-
Yep.
Okay. All right, Mav. What insights do you... Mav,
Man,
listen,
I can't answer
Mav,
that one, man, because I don't even understand it.
He said, what insights do you
I'm
feel
not
you've
that
gained
smart, Mav.
overall to the inside workings of the minds of pro wrestlers?
I'm lost already.
Is there are common elements to them, or are they all different? I think we actually kind of reached on this,
Okay.
right? We all started watching wrestling right around that 6 or 7,
Yep.
our prepubescent adolescent minds. So that's an inside workings of the
Okay.
pro wrestler, right? But also a pro wrestling fan. And I think we've talked about this too. We're all just touched a little.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what it is.
There's
That's
no
what
doubt. I'm as immature as anybody. Matter of fact, guys at my work said to me today, because you're like a little kid, because I got that fudge thing.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to eat it when I go to the car. He's like, you can't even wait till you go home. You're
Yeah,
like
right.
a
You
little
got
kid.
you got a 4-minute
I
drive.
said,
You can't
I
wait.
am a little kid.
Yeah.
I said, I might be 55, but I feel like I'm 20.
They say the day you start wrestling is the day you stop aging.
Yeah.
So
Mature-wise. you mean.
maturity,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So well, you started watching at 7.
Yep. So I'm done.
Maybe that's when you're. Yeah.
I'm done.
Brickhouse Baker. Baker,
All
glad to
right.
see you. I'm not seeing you, but whatever.
He's
you know
seeing
what I mean?
us.
He's seeing us. Yeah. Who got you hooked on wrestling in the first place?
Just me, like I said, it was me changing the channel. Not one person in my family liked wrestling. My brother finally liked wrestling when Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar came around, and that's when I
That-
gave him crap. I'm
that
like, oh,
long
I
ago.
thought you liked that stuff. No, I started teasing him. Same thing with Mickey Woods. I was friends with Mickey, and my brother didn't jump on the bandwagon until he started winning all them big fights.
Really?
I said, oh, you want to be his fan now?
Yeah.
He used to tease me like that right from my pants. Oh, you going to go pick up your friend?
All right. Dave Fournier says,
Yep.
what was the first show you saw, I'm assuming live, WWE and Indie?
WWE, I
was
was saying, I
WWF.
went to the, WWF. A show at the Lowmore Auditorium, don't remember a thing, not anything about it.
Really?
But I remember my second show was in my neighborhood. It was at the Janus Skating Rink. They ran 3 shows in a row in June, July, and August. I always say they must have been doing renovations at the auditorium
Right, 'cause
they
there's no
needed a
other
place
reason.
to
Yeah.
run. And I remember
Yeah,
the
Lowell used to
second
be
show
like
more.
a-
Yeah, it was a house show. I think there was only 4 matches on the show. It was headlined by Ivan Putski versus Stan Hansen. Then
Really?
real quick, the second show was headlined by Chief J and Billy White Wolf versus the Executioners. And the third show was a 6-man with Stan Hansen, the Executioners, you know what I mean, versus Ivan
And
Putski,
Putski and-
White Wolf and Strongbow. Yep. Chief J
Crazy.
Strongbow pulled up to us and asked where the skate rink was. Now, wrestling is that, and we all know this. And we say, oh, it's right up there. When he drives away, kid that's walking this way says, dude, that was Chief J Strongbow. I loved it. I didn't even, he had a hat on.
Yeah.
I had sunglasses on. No idea.
didn't realize.
You'd think we would have been smart enough, to say, we know wrestling, we have tickets.
Yeah.
But no. I had no idea it was him. Somebody had to tell, and I knew him way more than the other guy did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stupid.
Jeez. And first Indie show?
First indie show, I don't even remember. Honestly, might have been one of Killer shows. It was
makes
either one of
sense,
Killer
yeah.
shows. The ones that I really remember going to all the time was Chaotic when they were at the Lowell Elks.
Yeah.
I used to go there a long time ago.
Yeah.
And George Carroll's show and the NEWA, probably around 2000 is when I started going to independent
It's a long
shows
time,
more.
20 years, yeah.
But I mean, before that, it was probably Killer shows that I went to.
Nice.
IWF, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that, and then Richard Burns. And,
Yep.
yeah. All right. Big Gun, the recently retired.
Yes,
Big
great
Gun,
guy.
Jim Sargent. What is your Mount Rushmore of New England indie wrestling?
I mean, that's
That's a lot. He named off his 5 top indie wrestlers.
Yeah.
But are those the guys you'd put in there?
No.
Because
No.
I know you're a big fan of.
And it's New England.
Oh, that's right. It does say New England, right?
So I would have to say, my Mount Rushmore would have to be someone that's done something and then given back. Okay? So
Sure.
you got Bradley.
Yep.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah.
People can say what they want about Jeff, but I know the talent he has.
He didn't have to. Yeah, he didn't have to come back and start his own promotion and give guys like me,
Right.
and Maverick and
Brian.
Yeah, Brian Fury. Sure.
That last one, man. I didn't see Mike Haller wrestling up, but as a trainer,
Yes.
see, that's the way I looked at it. I could throw 4 names at you right now and go, oh yeah, I could throw Anthony Green, Christian Casanova. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Brian Fury, JT
Briggs,
Dunn,
yeah,
Josh,
yeah.
I could throw that out there, but that's not really it wouldn't really be my Mount Rushmore.
Right.
It would be more the guys that have wrestled and given back. So Bradley, Fury, Jeff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The 4th one's tough, man. Tony Rumble. It's not
Perfect,
that
yeah.
tough. It's really not
Yeah.
that tough.
Right. Tony Rumble would have to be in there.
Yeah.
All right. Last question.
Yep.
Aaron Cushman. Are you and Sonny Goodspeed going to accept the public challenge made to you by this jabroni?
Absolutely not, because I'm not here to make someone relevant.
No.
You know what I mean? If you're in the wrestling business, you should have thick skin. I don't think Joel Davis has thick skin.
No.
You know, not accepting your challenge. I got no problem with you, but I will say this. If you put your hands on me, all bets are off.
It's true. Yeah.
All bets are off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not going out there looking for a fight. You know, you could say to me a million times, let's go outside, let's go outside. Not going to go outside. Well,
Yeah.
why would I want to go outside?
We're adults.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not 14 or 15 or 20 anymore, or
Yeah.
22 in the bars drinking every
Right.
night.
Right.
You know what I mean? So as long as you keep your hands to yourself, we'll have
gonna be
no
good.
problem. You
Yeah.
can say what you want, do what you want,
Yeah.
but just keep your hands to yourself. And one other thing, you touch either one of us, we're both just going to take care of it.
Yeah, we've already made mention of this way too many times, more
Yeah.
than I ever wanted to.
Right.
I told you this. I wasn't even going to say anything
Yeah.
to you. And if Mike Crockett, that bastard,
Yep.
didn't tell me about it, we wouldn't have known.
No, we would have known because Ryan Drew posted it.
Oh, Ryan Drew
Yeah.
posted it.
Yeah.
All right, so we
Yeah.
would have known.
Ryan wants
Sorry,
to
Mike
book us.
Crockett.
He's like 100%. He wants to book this.
Yeah, I
But
can know.
I'm not here to make anybody relevant. I'm not in the wrestling business. Again, I'm not in the wrestling business. I'm not a boxer, like he said.
Yeah.
You know what
Or
I mean?
an MMA.
Or an MMA guy.
Where, like he said, we're marks.
Yeah, we're marks because, you know,
Marks.
you
Yeah.
don't respect us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. Doesn't matter.
I have a feeling that we get more respect than you do. I'm
oh,
not trying to be a jerk. I'm just saying, you want to call me out. I'm just telling you how it is. I'm just telling you how it is.
Let's edit all that out now.
You know?
So we got 6.5 minutes left. Leo.
Yeah.
Just recently, Saturday night, APW had the big show.
Yeah.
What did you think of the show?
I thought the show was great. Seriously.
good show.
I love it. I love how you got some younger talent on there. Like, not many people are booking kids like Cicero, who
Right.
I'm a big fan of. I love that character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
All right. You guys booking CJ Cruz.
Great
who,
to see Nico Silver up here. Right?
That was awesome.
Nico hardly ever works here, but Nico's
Nico's
so
the
good.
New England champ.
And trained by Ryan Drew.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did a great job.
He's a great talent.
And he's such a good guy.
Yeah.
I'd love to see more Nico up this way.
Yeah, I think
because
so.
driving to Fall River's far.
And
Ryan
even
Drew,
though
sorry.
he's part of the Dynamite Death Squad, it's good to see Travis Gillette, too.
Yeah, another one. Yeah,
And
another
very
one from down there.
disappointed in Vern Vicalo.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very disappointed that he went that way. Danny Miles was on the other side being good. I don't know. They don't like Mike Girard, one of the managing guys. What? Not that.
The managing partner, the
Yeah.
GM, yeah.
Yeah. He has issues, you know, and Joe Moakley.
I think just with
Joe
authority.
Moakley just jumps on anybody's bandwagon, though. If you
think you're
turned
right.
around and you were a heel and you said, "Hey, Joe, come with me," Joe would run with you.
I saw Joe on Saturday night, and I actually just said to him, I say this to Joe and Ed, and I mean it, guys. You're real pieces of hot, fiery excrement.
Yeah. Well,
both of you.
why I'm upset about the Moakley thing is he's part of that company
Yeah.
to do.
It's
why?
almost like
Why?
he's trying to
Because
burn it
things-
from the inside.
Yeah, but why? Because things weren't going his way. I don't know. It makes me wonder, right? Why? I
Yeah.
don't get. He didn't come when he could have came 2 weeks ago.
All right. Next Friday, not this Friday, coming
Yep.
up Friday, February 7th. Chaotic back in Hudson.
Yep.
That's going to be a good show.
Yep. I'm going.
You're going down to that one?
Yep.
I'll be going down to that one as well. So
And then
maybe-
on
yeah.
February 15th, is it? Is not the
19th.
next. No, what's the next APW show?
29th.
The 29th.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's a leap year.
Okay.
Lethal leap year. So so we got some. Yeah, February's going to be a busy month.
Right.
Excited about Chaotic coming up
Yep.
next Friday. I always love their shows.
3 more shows to Cole Fury.
3 more shows to
Yep.
Cold Fury. That's right.
Yep. It's going to be in there. So Hudson, Lowell, Lawrence, and then Cole Fury's in Haverhill.
So we just had pandemonium at Chaotic.
Wow, man.
No winner.
No. But,
No winner.
Yeah, there was a winner. Josh Briggs. Nobody beat him up.
He
He
got
won.
pinned,
He
but
beat
got pinned.
everybody up. Wow.
He
got
almost
pinned
beat
in
me
the
up.
match.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I had to.
I yelled, run, Sonny, run.
I had to run.
Yeah, I yelled run.
Not a fan.
And we were also telling him not Brandon. Brandon's not that smart. Brandon, I love you. You know this, but I have to say it. He's watching everybody get beat up. He watched the 2 security guys
Yeah.
in each corner. Then he just sat there. Sonny, you got to teach
He
him.
deserved it.
He should have
Deserved
ran.
it. He really, yeah. But I actually just I was
I love
sitting
you,
in the back
Brandon.
and just watching it, all that
Yeah,
just unfold.
just got so
And
mad.
I wanted to feel like there's only so much. I didn't want to get physically involved,
Right, right.
obviously. I wanted to go out and help.
Yep.
Like, it was like a car accident.
he was
out there.
going after everybody.
And then I'm in the ring. We were trying to keep Anthony and Mike Werner apart.
Right.
Couldn't do that.
Yep.
So And then I just kind of look over my left shoulder and I see Josh coming back with a chair. Guys, my time is done.
I thought you were running to go get the Girl Scout cookies because that's the way you went.
That's what I should have done.
Yeah,
But they weren't giving them out for
I
free.
couldn't believe you came back.
But I think I could have taken the girl, so I probably could have just taken the
Yeah, you could beat the girl. I was gonna say I'm not gonna do Josh, man.
No, I don't want to tangle with
He's
Josh.
a big dude, and he
Yeah.
was pissed.
And he's swinging a chair.
yeah.
I'm too old.
Ripped apart the ring. I mean,
Yeah.
it really was impressive because my friend Sully, who that
Yep.
was there at the show
Yep.
Saturday night, he hits me up Monday and says, "Hey man, my son wants to go to an independent show." So right away I said to him, "Dude, you should have said this to me Thursday."
Yeah.
Because you could have came Friday night, but I told them about Saturday, and they'll be coming again. They had a blast. I got to introduce Brady,
Yes.
who he's named after.
Yeah.
Because he's like, seriously, he's like 14.
Yeah.
So, hello, right?
Yeah.
He got to meet Chase. I introduced him to Chase.
nice.
I was going to introduce him to Mike, but the show was still going on.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then once all of a sudden the show was over, like Chase was standing there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, come here. Because he had already said, anyways, his father told me that his son knows the school in Andover, North Andover.
Right.
So he already knew where he wanted to go.
That's good.
And he's going to go maybe when he's 15, and he's probably going to go watch a class. I think I told him I'd like to go with them when they do it. I've never watched a class. Brian
Well, that'd be
Fury's
good.
never invited me down there.
Yeah. Well, Brian Fury hasn't talked to you outside of this
I know,
building,
I
right?
know, I'm just kidding.
All right. So no, that was local independent wrestling. Last night we
Yeah.
had the Royal Rumble. What year was it? The 30th, 32nd,
Yeah,
something like that.
It's 88, 32nd, yeah. 32nd.
Wow, 32nd.
Probably the best one in a long time.
So good to see Edge come back out last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't win, what a showing! He looked
Great.
amazing.
Except I'm a little old.
Yeah,
He did a little,
had the little gray in the beard.
Yeah.
But who doesn't have a little gray
No,
in the beard, right?
exactly.
But man, did he look good and
He looked
just what a
great.
showing.
And I liked how the Rumble went, where, Brock just was throwing one guy out at a time. Boom.
It was so
What I didn't
impressive.
understand is, though, when Kofi was there, right, and then somebody else was coming in, I'm like, why isn't he throwing Kofi out? If he would have kept doing one-on-ones, he probably would have won the Royal Rumble.
He could have, could have handled.
It was a great show, though.
14 people he tossed out, 15 people he tossed out, 13.
It was 13.
So he tied with Braun.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. I think that the Daniel Bryan Fiend strap match was
that
great
awesome.
as well.
The women's Royal Rumble was great. I would have liked to have seen Shayna Baszler win, to be honest with you. She's
Yeah.
the toughest woman in that. She's
Did you hear
tough.
the crowd though when Shayna came out last?
Yep.
And then when Edge came out, just
Yeah.
that place came unglued.
Unreal.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here for the Ring and All Other Sports. For Leo Connors, I'm your host. That's what the D stands for, the host.
Yep.
And my name is Sonny. Guys, we'll catch you next time. Sign off.
Peace.
There it is.